Occasionally, situations arise in the chapter where the appropriate sanction for a member may be to remove them from the chapter, either temporarily or indefinitely. Depending on the severity of the offense, what we need to remember, however, is that the fraternity is a lifetime commitment, and removing somebody from the fraternity should be taken very seriously and used only when absolutely necessary. In the case that the chapter has to take either of these actions, submitting either a suspension or expulsion request can be done through your chapter's vault. According to our national bylaws, the suspension of a member requires the majority approval of the Standards Board or the Prudential Board in cases where a Standards Board does not exist, in addition to a 2/3 approval by the chapter. Notification be submitted to the fraternity headquarters within 48 hours of the suspension. In the case of expulsion, it requires majority approval of the Standards Board or Prudential Board where a Standards Board does not exist again, a 3/4 approval by the chapter, and lastly is finalized by approval of the fraternity's chief executive officer or a majority vote of the Grand Council. Essentially, suspensions are at the discretion of the chapter, while expulsions are ultimately at the discretion of the fraternity headquarters. As a result, it is important for the chapter to understand that these two actions are only to be given as sanctions when absolutely necessary. In terms of suspension, for example, are situations like continual evidence that the fraternity is having a negative effect on a member, like deteriorating academics and mental health, continual evidence of violating the fraternity's social code, or situations where a member is consistently financially unable to afford the fraternity. In terms of expulsion, we should only use this for serious offenses such as sexual assault, violent crimes, and situations where they are continually putting themselves and the entire chapter at risk. Ultimately, this is why it is important for the chapter to set high standards of accountability from the moment that a member joins the chapter and continues to use its standards process effectively. For more resources, check out our website at alphasigmaphi.org, and thanks for tuning in.